This is S. Pravalika, Assistant Professor, Department of AML, Aditya University. And in the today's lecture, we are going to discuss regarding Agile Manifesto and principles. So let us move on towards today's lecture. So at the end of this lecture, the students will be able to explain what is meant by Agile Manifesto and its principles. So Agile Manifesto. Agile Manifesto is a set of foundational principles for Agile software development that emphasizes flexibility, collaboration, and customer satisfaction. So what does this flexibility, collaboration, and customer satisfaction mean by emphasizing them indicates? So whatever project we are dealing with, or else whatever software that we are building, that needs to be done with a complete perfection. So in order to obtain a perfection for every project or else a process, definitely we need to follow some set of principles, we need to follow some set of values, so which adds the flexibility towards the project, and that flexibility will be obtained when we are collaborating with the required persons, or else when we are collaborating with the required concerned ones, and as well as the customer satisfaction. So whatever product is going on to build, or else whatever project that has to be developed, so ultimate target is the customer satisfaction. So Agile will be emphasizing the flexibility towards the project, and also it pays the complete things regarding the collaboration, as well as it monitors and it gives priority towards the customer satisfaction. To obtain all these things, it is having 4 core values and 12 principles that guides the Agile practices. So it outlines 4 core values and 12 principles that guide Agile practices. So 12 principles and 4 core values. So let us see what were the 4 core values and as well as the 12 principles that are guiding the Agile practices. So 4 core values of Agile software development. What were the 4 core values? So let us move on to this. The 4 core values of Agile software development outlined in the Agile Manifesto focus on what truly matters for creating successful software. So what exactly do we require to create a successful working software? So Agile software development methodology manifesto describes 4 core values of Agile software development. So the 4 core values. So let us move on to the 4 core values and see them. So 4 values of Agile Manifesto: individuals and interactions, working software, customer collaboration, responding to the change. So these were the 4 core collaborations. So let us see them. Individuals and interactions over processes and tools. So here it mainly values individuals and their interactions. So individuals and their interactions in the sense, so not blindly following whatever required, or else what only just going with the software teams and all. So here they are involving the individuals, they are involving the customers, they are involving the stakeholders. So what exactly do they require, and their interaction between the teams over process and tools. So when coming to the process and tools, they are giving the priority towards individuals and their interactions. So this was the first core value: individuals and interactions over processes and tools. So second one, working software over comprehensive documentation. So what do we require in the end of the project? So definitely in the end of the project, we want a working product. So we need to prioritize a working product over comprehensive documentation. Papers and pages of documentation is not that much of valuable. So what matters is working software is our final ultimate goal. So the second core value is the working software. So the next one, customer collaboration over contract negotiation. So mainly it focuses on customer collaboration, collaborating the customers, collaborating the stakeholders, collaborating developers, testers, stakeholders, and each and everyone who are involved in the project. So the third core value is customer collaboration over contract negotiation. So contract negotiation in the sense, every software will be having some set of time period. So focusing on customer collaboration over the contract negotiation. So next one, the last value is responding to change over following a plan. So responding to the change. What was responding to change indicates? So for example, they have developed something and they just given that for the customer feedback, or else they are expecting the customer feedback. So in the customer feedback, what they got is the customer is not at all satisfied with the product. So what they need to do? Again, they need to change the things whatever the customer is expecting to have. So according to the customer's expectations, they need to respond, and according to the customer's views, they need to respond to the features, or else they need to adapt the features what he was expecting to have over following a plan. So everyone will be designing some plan. So rather than following a plan, they need to respond to the changes. So these are the 4 core values: individuals and interactions, working software, customer collaboration, responding to change. So these were the 4 core values in the Agile Manifesto. So let us move on to the 12 principles that were evolving in Agile Manifesto. So 12 Agile principles. So these were the 12 Agile principles that we can see. So first one, prioritize customer satisfaction. Second one, welcome change requirements. Third one, deliver working software frequently. Fourth one, work together daily. Fifth one, build projects around motivated individuals. Sixth one, conduct face-to-face conversations. Seventh one, working software as the primary measure of progress. Eighth one, promote sustainable development. Ninth one, continuous attention to technical excellence. 10th, simplicity is essential. 11, self-organizing teams. And 12, reflect regularly on continuous improvement. So these were the 12 Agile principles that were listed in Agile Manifesto. So let us see in detail about these 12 principles. So first one, ensuring customer satisfaction through the early delivery of the software. So through early delivery of the software in the sense, so should we need to deliver that beyond the time period? No, it doesn't indicate that we need to deliver it beyond the time period. So what he focuses on, what the team expects here is, if we are able to deliver something which is working to the customer, so then we can ensure the customer satisfaction, whether he is satisfied with the so far completed work or not. So this is what early delivery of the software indicates. So ensuring customer satisfaction through the early delivery of the software. So second one, being open to change requirements in the stages of development. So being open to changing requirements in the sense, so for example, we have listed out some of the requirements, whereas the customer is expecting some requirements, or else the customer is expecting some changes in the requirements. So what we need to do? So we need to change the requirements in all the stages of development. So in any of the stage of development, if the customer is expecting some changes, definitely we should be open to accept those change requests. So this was the second principle. So third one, frequently delivering working software with a main focus on preference for the time frames. So every work assigned will be having some set of time frame. So what we need to do is, we need to frequently deliver the working software with the main focus on preferences for the time frames. So based on the time scheduled, we must be able to frequently deliver the working software. So if we are working in the modules, so definitely we need to submit a working module within the preferred time frame. So fourth one, promoting collaboration between the business stakeholders and developers as an element. So promoting collaborations in the sense, so definitely when we are working in a project, so we need to promote the collaborations between the business stakeholders as well as the developers when our project or else when our software is getting ready. So definitely it is going to used by a large number of people. So it is going to make a wide market. So definitely we need to have the collaborations between the business stakeholders as well as the developers. So promoting collaboration between the business stakeholders and developers is the fourth one. So next, fifth point, structuring the product around individuals. So structuring the projects around individuals in the sense, providing them with the necessary environment and support. So we need to structure the projects around the individuals, and as well as we need to provide them the necessary environment and support. So based on the project requirements, we need to provide them such an environment where they are capable of doing the projects, and as well as the support. So support in the sense, so providing the essential softwares whatever required to build the exact project, and as well as the tools whatever they require to build the project. So sixth one, prioritizing face-to-face communication whenever needed. So whenever we need to have a face-to-face communication, we need to prioritize that. So face-to-face communication can happen between the developers and testers, it can happen between the team leads and the team members, it can happen between the customer and the developer. So whoever will be involved in that particular interaction, they will be having a face-to-face communication. So this was the point number 6. So up to now we have done with the 6 principles. So let us move on to the next 6 principles. So seventh one, considering working software as a measure of progress. So considering working software as a measure of progress in the sense, so when we are working on a project, so based on the project's successful movements, we are going to analyze whether the project is working successfully or not. So considering the working software as a measure of progress. So if we are building a modules and if all the modules are working successfully, then we can measure that the software completed 10%, it completed 20%, or else it is having so and so progress. So working software as the measure. So this is the 7th point. Next one, 8. Fostering development by allowing teams to maintain phase indefinitely. So fostering development by allowing teams to maintain phase indefinitely in the sense, so we need to allow the teams to maintain a phase to foster the development. So in order to monitor the development, we are allowing the teams to maintain a phase. So next one, placing attention on excellence and good design practices. So we need to pay attention towards the excellence on good practice designs. So we need to allow the teams to choose good designs. We need to allow them to focus on the new tools, or else we need to allow them to use advanced tools. So we need to get excellence in the end. So we need to prioritize them to use a good designs. So we need to allow them to have use of more advanced tools. So next point, recognizing the simplicity as crucial factor, aiming to maximize productivity by minimizing the work. So recognizing the simplicity as crucial factor, aiming to maximize productivity by minimizing the work. So what does this point indicates? So aiming to maximize productivity by minimizing the work. So aiming to maximize productivity in the sense, minimizing the work in the sense, so not everything should be done in a hard way. So we need to use sometimes a smarter way. So for example, if we are working on a project, so some modules were having a code which we can take from the existing project. So at that time, so no need to start from the scratch. So we can get the codes over there, reusable components over there. We can use them in the project, and so that we can have a time frame in a less number. So we can get a more productivity by minimizing the work. So this is what recognizing the simplicity as a crucial factor, aiming maximum productivity indicates. So next one, encouraging self-organizing teams as the approach to design and build the systems. So encouraging self-organizing teams in the sense, so some teams can be having a ability to deal the works on their own. So deal the works on their own in the sense, they will be having some idea on the requirements, they will be having some idea on the design, they will be having some idea on the development, and they are able to test some of the members in the team. So all these type of teams, whoever existing, can be called as a self-organizing team, and we need to encourage them to build and design and build the systems. So this is what encouraging the self-organizing teams indicate. So the last point is regularly reflecting on how to enhance effectiveness to make adjustments accordingly. So regularly reflecting on the effectiveness. So how to enhance, how to give the better effectiveness, and as well as how to make the adjustments. So these were the 12 principles that were existing in Agile principles. And these were the 4 core values that were existing in the Agile manifesto. So at the end of the lecture, the student is able to explain the Agile manifesto and its principles. Thank you.